You know that's actually how you're supposed to drink coffee. You're supposed to slurp it. Hello there. Welcome to my channel. My name is Michelle, and today I am going to answer the burning question that I know is on every single one of your minds. And if it's not, now that I'm about to ask it, you are going to ask it. And that question is, how long does it take to write 50,000 words? I am going to do a little test. I'm going to figure out how fast my typing speed is, and I'm going to approximate how many hours I think it'll take to write 50,000 words. There's a couple rules that I like to lay down before I get into writing these 50,000 words. So first of all, I can't just write the same sentence over and over and over again. I can't just write gibberish. They have to be real sentences, and they have to have real words. I mean, with the exception of like maybe if I wanted to go down a fantasy route, if that so be the choice I wish to make, has to be, you know, not just gibberish. It can't just be flibbity flobbity doop karadaboodly blah, unless I'm trying to make a language, in which case, you know, I'm not, so that is not going to work. So those are the basic rules. I'm going to try not to write about my novel, which I'm going to be doing in NaNoWriMo. I'm going to try to keep this very out of that world and, you know, just somewhere. Honestly, I don't know how much of it is going to be fiction. I don't know how much of it is going to be nonfiction. I don't know how much of it is going to be me exploring my feelings. But the entire purpose of this exercise is purely to see how long it takes to write 50,000 words if you are typing and writing as fast as possible. So I'm about to take a speed test on my computer to figure out my baseline typing speed, which, by the way, I'm so fast at typing. I probably type like 70 words per minute or something. I'm amazing. I know. Typingtest.com test. All right, let me get my screen recorder going. All right, I'm gonna have a little sip of coffee before I begin. I guess 2 sips. And we're gonna see how fast I can type, so warming up my fingers. Oh. Wow! Apparently, I type faster than I thought I did. Well, I have been writing, and I work from home, so I do a lot of typing, like in chat and stuff. I've been told I have angry typing, so you guys be the judge of that, because you probably just heard me typing. Wow, 85 words per minute. So let's do a little math. Let me pull up the calculator. Let us find out how long it should take me at 85 words per minute, 60 minutes in an hour, to write 50,000 words. So what we're first going to do is we're going to take 50,000 and we're going to divide that by 85, because that's how many words per minute. So it's going to take me approximately 588 minutes and about a quarter. So 15 seconds, 588 minutes and 15 seconds if I maintain the 85 words per minute the entire time, which if we divide that by 60 will give us the hours. So it says that I can do it today in 9.8 hours, which would be approximately 9 hours and what's 8 out of 10? 80% of 60. This is math. I want to take time for, you know, bathroom breaks, eating breaks, going to, you know, maybe if I have to go to the store later, which I'm pretty sure I do, if I have to clean. So I'm going to take some of those things into account. And right now it is 10:19 in the morning. I think I can finish this by midnight.
Stop it. Get some help.
No, because 10 hours from now would be 10:30. Now that only gives me 2 hours of leeway. I think that I can get this done by the same time tomorrow, because I don't know if I'm gonna sleep. There are people in the NaNoWriMo community who write their entire 50,000 word novel in a day. And I'm like, is that possible? Well, we're gonna find out because there are some things that I think will slow down the process. Number one, I am definitely going to struggle with actually thinking of the words to put down on the paper. I'm really going to try to just freehand this whole thing, just like continue on, but I feel like I'm going to hit some walls. So that is the number one obstacle I think I'm going to face, is actually coming up with what I want to say without repeating myself. Number two is the time it takes to think of what you want to write. That is going to slow down incredibly, I think, this whole process, because sure, if we're just writing at 85,000 words per minute, done in a minute. If we are writing at 85 or 80 words per minute the entire time, we can get it done in 10 hours. But I don't foresee that as being realistic. I think there are going to be minutes where I write at 50, minutes where I write nothing. So I think that by tomorrow at this time, so 10:30 tomorrow morning, I can write this. So let me put my conjecture on here. What do we call this? A hypothesis? I think that's fine. Let's go ahead and begin. I'm going to change the camera angle so you get like nice onto the keyboard and stuff. I'm going to pop in some music because I write with music. I think you can do it faster than you think you can, and you might be like, how do I do this in a month? Well, I'm going to do it in 24 hours. And now we write 50,000 words in 24 hours. Can I do it? We can truly know how long it takes to write 50,000 words. All right, let's go. It's 1:45 and I have about 7,400 words. Unfortunately, I have not kept up the speed of 85 words per minute. I think the only way to keep up that top speed is if there is absolutely no thought going on in your mind. I've been at an average of like 60 to 70 words per minute, just depending. I'm faster at writing stream of consciousness than I am at writing like storytelling style. Perhaps it's possible that I could write faster with the storytelling style if I was really engaged in the story. I was telling him how there are people who write 50,000 words in one day for NaNoWriMo. And he had feelings about that.
No, basically just nothing should be rushed like that. You're risking, like, just imagine building even just a room in a house. You're gonna have to go back anyway and fix it up when your tenant calls you or whatever, something breaks, and then you're like, wow, if only I spent more time on this instead of rushing through this room to get it done. I don't think anything should be rushed like that, but that's just my opinion. I would say a week, rush 50,000 in a week, and then revise it the other 3 weeks. But to do 50,000 in a day is just like, I can imagine the content is so bad.
The quality is not great, let me tell you. It is not amazing.
99% of the time, 95% of the time, the content's gonna be bad, and it's not gonna add up. It's not gonna make sense because you're rushing it out to just get the words done. But that's just me.
You heard Tim just before talking about how writing this fast really reduces the quality and really causes the opportunity for injury and issue, and I would totally agree. I've only written 7,000 words and it's only been 3 hours. Yeah, we'll see how far I get before I just totally want to throw my computer in my arms. Because I'm already hurting and I'm not even a fifth of the way done. Not even a fifth of the way done. Thanks for hanging with me. Let's continue on. It's been a little bit over a day, and I have almost 15,000 words written. And you could say that this whole time my goal was to write 15,000 words, because that almost sounds like 50,000 words, right? Let's talk about what I've learned in this experiment. One, gosh darn, that is tiresome on the forearm right here, like on the back of your arm, from like holding your fingers like this and typing for so long. That is actually legitimately painful. And the other thing is, the inspiration or even just the motivation to keep going was very minimal. I honestly have no idea how people actually write 50,000 words in a single day. I do not know how they make that happen for themselves, unless they do something like cheating, like talk to text. I think that if you could use talk to text or voice to text, you probably could hit 50,000 words in 24 hours, because you talk quite a bit faster than you type. I would say the average, I'd have to look it up, but I feel like it's 150 words per minute is how fast people speak versus how fast we type. This is why, when you're at the courthouse, the ladies who use those little typewriters, their typewriters have a bunch of cheats in them, because humans cannot physically type as fast as we can speak. But I digress. I don't think that you should ever try to rush something that doesn't feel right. I tried to rush writing 50,000 words. I thought it was going to be a great idea to write out 50,000 whole words in a day or as fast as possible, just to prove how long it takes. But I think that I've proved something even more vital, even better, is that you need to write when you feel good about the writing, when you feel inspired. Forcing yourself to write isn't helpful, and it doesn't make you feel good. It actually can do the opposite. It can be very demoralizing. I got to like 10,000 words and I was like, this is gonna take forever, because I did not finish it very quickly. Anytime I tried to do fiction writing, so anytime I tried to create a story, my writing speed went down from 85 words per minute to like 60 words per minute to 65. That's about the average. I just think that when you're trying to create something, you have to think about it. And when you have to think about it, it's gonna slow down your writing. When I was at my full speed, that was when there was absolutely no thought or no stoppage from the mind to the typing. So a lesson that can be learned from this is that when you are writing, if you want to write faster, don't think about what you're writing. You can always go back and edit it, but if you just let yourself go, you can really hit fast speeds of writing. Multiple times in a 30-minute sprint, I was able to write 2,000 words. So it's absolutely possible to write really quickly in a short period of time. When you see people doing that, it is possible. It's not impossible. But the thing is, the quality of what you're writing isn't as good. It's just not possible to have, unless you're a great orator or you're a great speaker or you really are very practiced with writing, it's not going to be the best quality at that kind of speed. You can write more. Your quality is going to decrease the faster you try to write. So I do think that it's really beneficial to do NaNoWriMo. I think that writing a month is feasible, because you're only trying to write about 2,000 words a day, if even. That's totally plausible, and you can take time after you write those 2,000 words and really go through them and edit them afterwards. So you can write for a couple hours and you can edit for a couple. You could honestly, if you kept at that speed of 2,000 words in half an hour, you could write and edit in a 2-hour period and have 2,000 words every day that are polished. So that is absolutely a possibility with NaNoWriMo. I don't think that there's anything unrealistic about writing a novel in a month. What I do think is unrealistic is writing that novel in a single day. And what I do think is unhealthy is trying to force yourself to write when you aren't feeling it. Now, taking some time to try to think about it and to work through the story, even if you just write stuff out that's you thinking about the story, I think that can be very helpful. But I don't think that it's a good idea to try to force something just so that you can hit a mark. And if you're not able to keep up with NaNoWriMo, that is okay. Really, the biggest thing about NaNoWriMo is being able to start your writing, get into the habit of writing daily, and just work towards creating the story that you want to tell. That is what NaNoWriMo is there for, not to force you to write as quickly as possible. So don't let yourself be disheartened when you hear that people are writing way faster than you. Focus on what you can do to write faster. I made a video, which I will link up in the corner, that you can check out, where you can see how I was able to write a novel in a month twice and learn about why I wasn't able to write it the other 8 times that I attempted. I literally have a 2 out of 10 success rate with my NaNoWriMo, and that is because, just various reasons, but the number one reason is I didn't plan most of the time how I wanted the actual story to go, and therefore didn't have enough content to actually write a novel. So, learn from my mistakes if you like, or don't, if that's your way too. But I really hope that you enjoyed watching me struggle and try to write 50,000 words and only get 15,000, not even. Go ahead and let me know down below how fast you think you could write 50,000 words. If you are gonna do NaNoWriMo, write down below what your username is and I will add you, and we will make a team this November and we will all keep each other accountable. You can see how I'm doing, I can see how you guys are doing, we can encourage each other, it'll be a lot of fun. My username is going to be in the description box down below. It's not an interesting username. It's actually just an automatically generated username. I wish I could change it, but I can't. If I would change it, you know what it would be. It would be Heart of Michi, but I cannot change it. Anyway, I digress. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a beautiful, amazing, fantastic day. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like me, and go ahead and check out my Patreon if that's something that you're interested in as well. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.